Hi, I'm Shannon Gavin Johnson, the Director of Legacy Museum on Main, and this is a brief moment in LaGrange's history. Born just over the Meriwether County line in Odessa-Dale in about 1925, Glenn Robertson grew up in Mountville and often walked the 7 or 8 miles into LaGrange to shop or play. He worked at Dunson Mills during World War II and earned 45 cents an hour. He left there after the war to take a job as a lineman for Georgia Power, making 50 cents an hour. He was the first black lineman for Georgia Power and perhaps the entire state. He worked there for 3 years until the power company wanted to transfer him. Rather than transfer, he started his own taxicab business, operating mostly around the east side of LaGrange. He regularly met people at the bus or train station to take them to a new job or home in his cab. For a long time, the very first person whom a newcomer to LaGrange met was Glenn Robertson. About 1957, he and James Dunson bought out the black customers of Hunter Allen Myhan Funeral Home, and with Mr. Lakes, created Lakes Dunson Robertson Funeral Home. Mr. Dunson served as the embalmer, and Mr. Robertson was the funeral director. Their first parlor was on Vernon Street, where the parking deck stands today. After a couple of years, they moved to the current location on Hamilton Road. He didn't only own a funeral parlor, but also the Princess Theater on East Depot Street, and purchased the Blue Goose Cafe, which he renamed Ruth's Place for the lady who ran it for him. In 1970, he was elected the first African-American city councilman. The night of the election, Jimmy Carter was the first person to call and congratulate him. Carter often called on him while governor, and after he became president, Mr. Robertson went to Washington, D.C. several times as an advisor to the president. Mr. Robertson said that in all his life, especially when in public office, he always strived to do the right thing. Long after Mr. Robertson retired in 1995, he enjoyed riding around town, keeping up with things. Glenn Robertson died in 2009 and is buried in Southview Cemetery after a long life as an outstanding citizen of LaGrange. To learn more about African Americans in LaGrange's history, visit Legacy Museum on Main. This has been a brief moment in LaGrange's history.